Welcome, fellow animal enthusiasts! Get ready for an energetic and fun-filled journey into the world of Zoomies and Zany pet behaviors. Ever watched your pet burst into a sudden sprint, darting around like a comet? That's a Zoomie! Today we're going to explore this fascinating and sometimes unpredictable display of energy. We'll dig into the science behind it, share some amazing Zoomie showcases, and even get insights from experts in animal behavior. So fasten your seatbelts as we dive into the world of Zoomies. Zoomies, or frenetic random activity periods, FRAPs, are sudden bursts of energy seen in various animals, especially our domesticated pals. These moments of ecstatic energy are characterized by high-speed running in tight circles, darting back and forth, or a sudden joyous leap into the air. It's like your pet has just won the lottery and can't contain their excitement. Picture this. Your adorable dog or cat suddenly springs to life, tearing around the room, the garden, or even the park with a gleam of pure joy in their eyes. They might be twisting and turning, performing impressive acrobatics, or simply running like the wind. That, dear listeners, is the essence of Zoomies. It's a symphony of pure, uninhibited energy and excitement, a delightful display of the joy of life, and an absolute treat to witness. Zoomies aren't exclusive to dogs and cats, though. Creatures from all walks of life, from horses to parrots, and even some of our reptilian friends, can experience these bursts of joy. It's a universal language, the language of play and high spirits. You might even say it's a kind of dance, a dance of delight. But it's not all fun and games. Zoomies also serve a practical purpose. They're an essential part of a pet's daily routine, helping them to burn off excess energy, relieve stress, and stimulate their minds. It's like a quick impromptu workout session that keeps them agile and in shape. And there's something else about Zoomies that's truly fascinating. They often happen at the most unexpected times. You might find your pet in the throes of a Zoomie early in the morning, right after a good night's sleep, or late in the evening, just when you thought they were winding down for the day. Some pets even have Zoomies right after a bath, as if they're celebrating their newfound cleanliness with a joyful sprint. So now we know what Zoomies are, but why do our furry friends do it? Zoomies are not just random. There's a science behind this zany behavior. You might think that your pet is just being silly or hyperactive, but in reality, Zoomies, or frenetic random activity periods, FRAPs, as they're scientifically known, are a natural part of animal behavior. So why do our furry friends engage in these bursts of energy? Well, there are a few reasons. Firstly, it's all about energy. Imagine being cooped up all day with nothing to do. You'd have a lot of pent-up energy too. Pets, particularly dogs and cats, are no different. They have a lot of energy to burn, and Zoomies are one way they do just that. They're a spontaneous release of energy that can happen anytime, but you might notice them particularly after a period of rest or when your pet is excited. Secondly, it's about play and happiness. Zoomies are often a sign that your pet is feeling happy and wants to play. They might happen during a particularly enjoyable playtime or when your pet is excitedly greeting you at the door. Zoomies are essentially your pet's way of expressing joy and enthusiasm. There's also a physiological aspect. For dogs, running in a loop during a Zoomie can help coordinate their movements and improve their balance. It's a bit like their version of a workout. And finally, there's a social element. In multi-pet households, you might notice one pet triggering a bout of Zoomies in another. This is a form of social bonding and play behavior. It's important to note, though, that Zoomies are usually brief. If your pet seems to be constantly hyperactive, it might be worth checking in with your vet to make sure there's not an underlying issue. So, in summary, Zoomies are a combination of pent-up energy, joy, physiological benefits, and social bonding. They're a completely natural part of your pet's behavior, and a sign that they're happy, healthy, and enjoying life. Zoomies are a natural, healthy part of an animal's life. Let's see some in action. Get ready to smile. Here are some amazing pets having the time of their lives with their Zoomies. Now let's take a virtual tour through some fantastic instances of Zoomies. Imagine a dashing dog darting around the living room, leaping off couches and skidding across the floor. A picture of pure joy, right? That, my friends, is a classic case of doggy Zoomies. It's an outburst of energy that can turn even the most composed canine into a whirlwind of fur and tail wags. And it's not just dogs. Cats too have their fair share of Zoomie moments. Picture a feline friend suddenly bolting from a cozy nap, ricocheting off walls and darting under furniture, only to come to an abrupt halt as quickly as it started. If you've ever wondered what's racing through their minds during these wild sprints, well, it's the cat's version of Zoomies. Now, picture a rabbit. Yes, you heard right, bunnies can have Zoomies too. They're known to run at high speed, twist and jump in the air, a behavior adorably known as binkying. It's their way of expressing joy and excitement. And let's not forget our feathered friends. Birds are known to have their bouts of Zoomies, often seen as sudden flapping and darting around. It's a delightful sight watching them joyously flutter about. Zoomies are not just entertaining to watch, but they're also a healthy part of our pets' lives. It's their way of burning off excess energy, stretching their muscles, and simply enjoying the thrill of speed. So the next time your pet bursts into a sudden sprint, don't fret. They're just having a Zoomie moment, and if you manage to catch these playful antics on camera, do share with us. After all, who doesn't love a good Zoomie video? Aren't those Zoomies just the best? But what do the experts have to say about this behavior? We are joined by a renowned veterinarian who is here to answer some common questions about Zoomies. So, you've seen your pet racing around the house like a whirlwind, but what's really going on? Our expert guest is here to shed some light on this. They explain, Zoomies are a completely natural expression of joy and energy in animals. It's a way for them to release pent-up energy, especially after a period of rest or inactivity. It's fascinating to know that this seemingly zany behavior has a scientific explanation. As our expert further explains, this sudden burst of energy often happens when the animal's sympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for the fight or flight response, gets triggered. It's completely harmless and a normal part of animal behavior. But what about the benefits? Well, our expert says, Zoomies can be a good indicator of your pet's overall health. A pet that regularly engages in Zoomies is typically healthy, happy, and comfortable in its environment. It's a sign of a well-exercised and mentally stimulated pet. So, should you be worried if your pet is zooming around more frequently? Not at all, assures our expert. Unless it's accompanied by other signs of distress or unusual behavior, there's no cause for concern. It's just their way of having a bit of fun. So it's clear. Zoomies are perfectly normal and a sign of a happy pet. Zoomies are more than just cute, they're a sign of a happy and healthy pet. We've witnessed the joyous leaps and bounds, unearthed the science behind these zany behaviors, and even shared a laugh at some of the most amusing Zoomie moments. Remember, a pet's Zoomie is a burst of happiness, a release of pent-up energy, and an invitation to join in their fun. Thanks for joining us on this Zoomie adventure. Don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of animals. Stay tuned for our next episode.